direction we'll go.
Okay.
Are you ready for it?
Yeah.
Okay. Are you ready?
Born ready.
Welcome to a JourneyNOW podcast. We have lost one of our souls to a impending surgery, and his name is Mike. But actually, his wife.
Did we really lose his soul?
Yeah.
Well, yes.
Yeah.
A
In the
soul.
room.
I
Is
didn't
his
say
soul
his soul.
our responsibility to
All right,
lose
we
or
jumped
find?
right in, didn't we? And we have a guest with us today, already over talking me.
Hi.
I appreciate that. It's Betsy Raney.
Yep.
Hi, everyone.
The hero.
Hi, Betsy.
Yes.
The hero
Hi,
of Journey
Suzie.
Church.
It keeps us organized.
Yeah.
We appreciate
I try.
it. You and Susie both. So we have them both sitting in the middle. We can sneak out.
Betsy is like a level up, though, on the organization.
Level up.
Yeah.
Level up.
So, like, I can do it, but then when Betsy
Yeah.
gets involved,
Yeah,
it's
true.
like a whole
Wow.
nother level
True.
of like, I kind of like get us by, I feel like.
Well, I couldn't do it without you, so honestly, I really couldn't.
You
If
said I
left-
can do it without you?
No,
That's what
I
I
could
thought
not.
she said.
Yeah.
I thought
you know
she
what?
said.
I could do it without you.
I am now redundant,
Yeah,
as they
yeah.
say in the
Yeah,
corporate
yeah,
world.
I could not do it. Like if Susie
this
left,
is so sweet.
oh, if Susie left, I don't know what I would do. Really?
You'd be fine.
Okay.
You'd be
talk.
fine. You'd have a list
None of us would know.
You're
what
right.
we
I'd
would
have
do.
a- I have a Google Doc.
of everything that I do, and then you'd figure out how to
You're
get
so
everyone
right.
to do it.
You're so right.
If,
Yeah.
If Susie left, she would have to find her replacement,
Yeah.
clone herself.
I don't think that's my responsibility.
Oh yeah.
If I leave,
Don't you think,
you're on
Tim?
your own.
Gosh.
What?
Yeah, if we all leave, this place is done anyways. We're all out. Yeah.
That's not true. The gates of hell will not.
It's so true. That is so not true.
Gates of hell. We've moved from to gates of hell. Wow.
I'm just saying,
That's a movement.
everyone's replaceable. It's fine.
It is.
Oh, that's true. Hey.
But not all people can swim like you.
Nice segue. There it is.
So
Wow.
Susie came in this
Wow.
morning saying,
Hey.
hey guys, I swam today.
Yeah.
Yeah, I was proud of myself because I almost did it because I didn't have enough time, but I made myself go.
Did you cold plunge or did you swim?
Well,
Oof.
this is really funny that
Yeah.
you're asking me this.
Really?
Yes.
Did you swim outside?
Okay.
Is that
No.
what we're getting at?
You don't have to tell the location.
No.
I'm not telling the
Okay.
location.
People play pickleball there?
Yes,
Okay.
they do play pickleball there
Okay.
at times. Not you.
I have not. I don't know what you're talking
I
about.
would
I'm
not go swimming anywhere where you're playing
Yeah.
pickleball. I don't
fair.
want to see anybody I know when I'm
Yeah.
swimming.
Yeah,
Okay, so what
fair.
time?
Don't worry about it.
Okay.
I went this morning,
went-
sometime
Yeah, yeah.
before I had to be at work.
Now, do you swim often? I have not heard about this.
Well-
and I'm so we.
Yeah,
sorry,
we
Goose,
didn't
we
know
are
Susie
proud.
was a swimmer, honestly.
we are so proud.
I
of
don't
you.
know that I
Yes.
would call myself a swimmer.
Yeah.
You're swimming though, so you're a
Yeah.
swimmer.
Yeah. Well, yeah. That. Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yeah. we'll
So
just
how
go
many
with that.
how
Yeah,
many
that's
lengths?
what it
Do you go
is.
by lengths or laps?
I go by time.
Obvi. That's way better.
I mean, I think
Yes.
I could look at my watch and tell you how many laps I swim. It's
let's-
probably not much.
Yeah, let's not talk about that.
No.
Let's
So-
just go by
but
time.
So your watch is waterproof?
Yeah.
Well, that's cool.
Wow.
Yeah, I think we have FM radios are in cars now.
What?
Yeah.
When did that
Yeah, there's a
happen?
thing called the internets.
Oh man,
Yeah.
I
Yeah.
have
Watches.
so I can get something to replace my AM radio.
It's called G-Shock watch.
Oh.
It's a new thing.
Yes.
Okay,
Okay.
so you swim.
Yeah.
You're swimming.
What
Yeah.
strokes do you
It's
swim?
in my cardio repertoire when
Yeah.
I do cardio.
Repertoire.
Which isn't.
I didn't know you knew French
I'm
either.
a yo-yo exerciser.
Totally.
A yo-yo exercise.
really want
Zumba
to be.
one day, swimming the next.
I never do Zumba.
And then she
Yeah.
doesn't go back to the gym for
I
3
do
months.
something most days, but
Yeah.
like I'm not hardcore
But that's so
about
good.
anything.
That's so good
That's
that you're
good.
you're changing it up.
Yeah, I'm trying to,
Different body.
I'm sorry. What's
muscles.
Zumba?
Different body.
It's a dance thing that Hillary and I do.
Oh,
Are you really?
Okay.
Yeah, it's well, it's why we have
Yeah,
Aaron,
where do you
Aaron
do
and
that
Aaron.
and what time
Yeah,
do you do
that's
it?
why we have our twins. So,
That's good to know.
Zumba. Oh, I'm so sorry.
Yeah.
Zumba is a dance class that got us to have twins.
Oh, I
Yeah.
got you.
Yeah, yeah.
I got you.
Yeah. Some
Good to
people
know.
put on certain music in the background. We
Wow.
put on
Similar
Zumba.
to hot
Yeah.
yoga.
Oh
Yes,
my
it's
gosh.
a whole,
Okay.
whole different ball game.
Oh, a different game.
That's Aaron.
That's
Yeah.
that's
Yeah, yeah.
Aaron.
Yeah.
Oh, my bad.
Okay, so swimming.
So
you
confused.
swum.
I swam, actually.
Okay. Well, I mean, I don't know the past tense.
Yeah.
Swim.
Yeah. I went to the
Swim.
gym for my little bit of cardio I did
That's
today.
so-
I didn't
swimming
have
is the
enough time,
best.
Yeah, that'll-
but some is better than none.
Okay.
That's my
Why
motto
did
in life
cold
right now.
plunging get you all
Well, because
cold and bothered?
okay, so everyone's super into cold plunging right
Yeah.
now. Like
Yeah.
it's like a
trend.
thing,
Totally.
Yeah.
right?
Why?
And I hate it. Like
Yeah.
I hate it.
Yeah,
And
well, nobody likes it.
No, I
Yeah.
mean, but people do like it. There's people who are like, I love it. I feel amazing.
Yeah.
You know, all the things. And so,
Okay, back up. What's cold plunging? Just for
like-
our
Oh,
dear
also
listeners.
they're FM radios. Yeah.
Oh, that's good to know. So,
can you imagine
That's
Kevin
so great.
cold plunging?
Oh my god.
is it like
Staff retreat will have
it's
a
when
cold
the
plunge
toilet
pool.
is frozen,
So it's
and your plunger is cold plunging?
No,
would be
no,
No,
no.
you go in cold water for X amount of minutes.
An ice bath.
Yeah,
An
it's
ice
an ice
bath.
bath.
Well, why
And
don't
it's
we
great
just
for your
say
body.
ice bath then?
Because you plunge into it after you've been like working out or like
Okay.
Supposed
So
to help
it's
with
similar,
like muscle recovery. all
similar
that
to a polar plunge, which
Yeah, yeah.
I've done, by
Yeah.
the way.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, you are from Minnesota.
But you
Yeah.
dang.
Yeah.
But a cold plunge
California people made
has
it up.
nothing to do
Yeah.
with clogging the toilet. Just
No.
to clear.
No. Way to
Okay.
witness.
No,
A.
yeah. A.
B. No.
No. Got it.
So did you jump in a cold pool today?
No. So, well, no, because they heat the pool.
Okay. Who's
And-
they?
Oh.
The
Yeah.
gym that I go to.
Well done.
They
Well
heat
done.
the
Wow.
pool,
Real close,
and
real
it's
close.
really nice and toasty in
Yeah,
the on the pool deck.
Does it
So-
say YMCA at the bottom of the pool or like rec center? What does it say at the bottom?
Don't worry about it.
Okay, great.
So I swam, and then I went into the sauna, and then
Oh, this would be a cold
one
plunge
of my
event then.
so my kids are super into working out and stuff, and so one of my kids said that he goes into the sauna and then he cold plunges, like he just jumps into the cold pool
Yeah.
right afterwards.
Yeah.
And I was like, well, I'm not doing that because the ladies were doing their exercise class.
Water aerobics?
Yeah. So I went into the jacuzzi or the sauna.
Yeah.
And then when I went back into the locker room, I decided to take a really cold shower. And
Yeah.
I lasted like maybe 30 seconds.
Yeah. Yeah.
Hey,
Good
that's
for you.
great.
You look vibrant today.
Yeah, glowing after your cardio and then the cold plunge.
Yeah, yeah.
glowing.
I
There it
will.
is.
I will incriminate myself with swimming. So I don't like to.
You can't swim.
Okay. Okay. Why don't you poke at me a little more? You know what I mean? Go to my integrity or to my identity. I love swimming.
Oh.
Swimming. And so,
Watching it on
but I
TV.
hate turning my head to swim because I always get water in my ears, and I
Yeah.
hate putting things in my ears to swim because whatevs. So I'm like,
Like things in your
what?
ears?
I mean, I love snorkeling. So I went to this. I got right when I was diagnosed with cancer. This great family. They gave me this really nice gift of going to this gym that's like only for billionaires in Newport Beach.
Ooh.
And then you've got dork kid.
Yeah.
And so I was like, well, I've been to Maui before. So I had a big mask and a snorkel.
No.
And so I'd go, and you've got like
would-
their little.
would not.
Yeah. So all these guys are like
Did
in
you
their
have a-
speedos, and they're like,
Did you have a blow up duck too that you had
I
wrapped
basically
around?
should have had that. Same diff. So I'd be like walking like that, and I'd go and I'd be swimming, and guys like, who the
Let him
hell
in here.
is this
Let
idiot?
him in here. Yes.
So I still swim like that when I go swimming.
Because you don't like to get water in your eyes?
Yeah, so I have like little
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
goggle
The
things,
goggles.
and then I've got this that thing.
It's pretty efficient,
And
honestly.
I bought one that goes. It's got both
The
sides.
two?
Yeah. So I look like a reindeer,
So
basically.
how often do you do this?
I don't need to talk to you about this. You're the one incriminating yourself. Anywho,
Oh
I
my
won't do
gosh.
it with you,
That's
but
really
I can
funny.
give you if you want to borrow my mask thing.
That's okay. I can turn my head to the side.
That's fine.
But thank you. I appreciate
To each his
that.
own, but
She's so-
whatever.
Well, you can turn your head to so you do a good crawl and stroke.
I mean, I'm okay. I'm not great.
I think you're
I'm
doing
not
great.
great.
I mean, you're
I'm
doing it,
looking-
right?
Like, the point is, I move my body.
yeah.
Okay.
Okay.
And my
all
heart
that
rate
matters.
goes up, and I
So
feel
proud.
sore
Yeah.
usually
Okay.
the next day. So
So
I got
Betsy,
it
do
done.
you swim?
I swam in high school.
No kidding.
Actually, yeah.
Okay.
I did. I haven't swum.
Yeah.
Oh,
much
is that what we're
since.
calling it now?
Yeah.
Swim?
Yeah.
Haven't
Okay.
swam
It's the
much
past tense.
since, but
Uh,
I did.
Well, you should go with
What
Suze.
did you swim in high school? What particular race did you participate in?
I always swam the 4x100 relay.
Oh, nice.
I am.
No, it was the relay. So everybody does like one of the strokes.
I mean, that's fine.
So I either did butterfly or freestyle.
Nice.
Ooh.
And then I always swam the 50 free.
Ooh.
Yeah.
Just
50
quick
free.
and easy.
What's your PR?
I have no idea.
Okay.
What is
Whatever.
PR?
Personal record.
Oh.
I honestly couldn't tell you.
Yeah.
But
It's
I
fine.
enjoyed it. I enjoyed
Yeah.
swimming. It was good.
Steve
will
Lind
go.
was the record holder in his city when he
Steve
swam.
was?
So he can be your coach.
Yeah. Husbands coaching wives. There you go.
Yeah. That's how we got
He's
into
never
Zumba.
offered that.
Yes. Yes. There's always that.
Yeah.
Kevin, do you swim?
I used to.
What did you
But-
swim?
Um,
Like, what is used to? There's a lot of time that has
Totally.
passed.
The question wasn't, can you swim? Yeah.
Oh, I
Yeah.
can swim.
Yeah, yeah.
I grew up in a place where they made you learn how to swim. Northern Minnesota, it's part of your elementary gymnasium
Really?
experience.
Whoa.
So every
Is
year,
it still like that?
I don't know. It was that way when I was growing up.
Yeah, 1813.
They would-
That's so cool.
It was. They would bus us over in carriages over to the junior high school, and that's where the Olympic-sized pool was, because that's where they had the Olympic-sized pool. And all the elementary kids in the town, okay, not a big town, had to take swimming lessons. So I started taking swimming lessons when I was in second grade,
That's awesome.
and you pretty
Wow.
much learn how to swim. And then what they do, I think, is just a way to disguise, oh, we need to find out which one of these kids can swim so we can put them on the swim team so we can have a good swim team. And that's what, because
So you didn't learn how to swim until you did that?
no, we went to lakes all the time. So we were always, I learned how to swim probably long before that, but it was formalized. And then they taught us all the strokes and all the things. And I went through junior life saving and learned how to, blow up your clothes if you're in a situation where you're drowning and you need a floaty.
Wow.
The more we know about you,
Yeah,
I know.
yeah. The more we know.
The
The-
skill set is
the
so
totally-
expansive.
You learn crap
Do you
about
put
me
this
all
on
the
your
time.
resume?
Yeah, I could. You go through the life saving routine, and
Gosh, we might need a video of that.
you want to see that?
Yeah, at
Yeah.
some staff.
Well,
day,
they-
Well,
think
I
that-
feel like that's like a thing. Like if something was happening to someone, it would be Kevin that would save their life.
Yeah, yeah. That's true.
Oh, absolutely.
That's
Like
true.
that's just a thing.
Yeah.
To pass junior life saving, you have to be fully dressed, like with jeans on, shoes on, sweatshirt on. Like you have to have like swim trunks underneath. Don't. And then you have to. You get in the water. You have to tread water for 15 minutes with all your clothes on.
15 minutes?
15 minutes. Then you have
long
to.
time.
Then you have to undress in the water. Take pieces of your clothing, blow them up, and use them as floaties. And you have to.
This
you're in-
sounds-
No way.
This
really?
sounds a little sus.
yeah.
Wow.
That's so interesting.
Totally.
Did you do junior
Survival
lifeguards in
skills.
California?
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
But you didn't have to do anything like
No,
that,
my
right?
clothes all stayed on, which is awesome. Yeah, this just seems you might want to rethink your childhood a little bit. They said
Zumba.
kids.
What's
Yeah.
the difference between Zumba and that?
Well, I got 2 kids out of it. Yeah.
There you go. So anyway, junior life saving. It might have been real life saving. I don't remember, but it was one or the other. It was daunting. Everybody was really nervous before.
That's
they got
really interesting.
But you don't ever go swimming now? Like that's not something you do?
No. It'd be weird.
Why would it be weird?
Why would it be weird?
I don't know. I hadn't thought about it in a long time. Just thought about it today.
Would you, if you went and jumped in the pool, would you do it with jeans and all that stuff on?
Blow up my pants.
Yeah.
I doubt I
Hey,
could.
Cam, you want to come to our pool? Sure.
I think
I'll
I would
go get my
drown.
jeans.
I think I'm pretty sure I would drown in the amount of time it took me to take off my
Yeah.
wet jeans.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yes.
That
Like-
sounds horrible.
Yeah, I feel like we need to move on because we have too many jokes.
I wear boxers. What are you talking about?
Yeah.
Come on. Sorry about that, Edwin. I bumped the table again.
We're all so afraid of
Yeah, you
Edwin.
guys Yeah.
Oh my gosh, I messed up.
It's as if Edwin, by the way, who's our producer in the room, it's as if Edwin is like beating us if we do something like whop, whop. I'm sorry, Edwin. I didn't mean to do that.
Like a nun with a ruler.
Yeah.
A really long ruler.
Sorry, Betsy, we don't mean to.
Swap.
That's
Bring
not
in your
how
childhood.
that's not how I was raised. There were no rulers
no
involved.
rulers?
Just nuns.
Just nuns, lots of nuns.
Lots of
They
nuns.
didn't. So they didn't like. Okay, so Betsy grew up Catholic, and she
Yeah.
went to Catholic school her whole life.
K through 12. Yeah.
But they didn't have any corporal punishment, if you will.
no.
Not
Wow.
for her.
No.
Just for little boys.
Yeah.
Really?
No. No, I do remember my kindergarten teacher though, Sister Luke.
Sister Lou?
Luke.
Sister Luke.
Luke.
Sister.
Was that her
Sister
last
Luke.
name
I'm
or her
sorry.
first name?
So they're all sister, whatever their name is, once they like
Their
take
new
their
name.
final vows to be a sister.
So they changed their names?
Yeah.
I didn't know
So
that.
Sister Luke.
Uh-huh.
Learning all kinds of things
A
today.
lot of them are like Sister Mary
Yeah.
something.
Yeah.
Oh.
Sister Maria, Cecilia,
I
Sister
thought that was their
Anne.
given name always.
No.
That's so interesting.
No. It's like their new name when they take their vows.
Love that. I think it's
Do
cool.
they get to choose?
Twisted sister.
I'm not sure if they
No?
choose or if it's like if they have like a list or what.
Huh.
I don't know.
Interesting.
Yeah. So the more you know.
What would yours be? I mean, that would be an interesting.
Mary Clarence.
Sister Habakkuk. I don't know. Does it have to be New Testament?
I don't know. That's a great question.
Yeah.
That's a great question.
Yeah. For next week.
Because I like the old.
Yeah.
Yeah,
We'll
next
be here-
week-
we'll be
next
here
week I'll know.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We're going to be here all day
Yeah.
at the rate we're going right
Yeah.
now.
Yeah.
I feel like we need to apologize to Brad,
Okay. Sorry,
Yeah.
Brad.
Yeah.
our dear listener.
Hi, Brad. I don't even know who Brad is. Hi,
Yes.
Brad.
Brad
Yeah.
Erie,
Yes.
brother of Mike Erie.
He probably
Yeah.
won't listen because Mike's not on this one.
Oh,
so.
they'll listen.
He's on Team Banter, so he's probably going to shut it down a bit. There's two
Yeah.
types of people that listen to this podcast, either Team Banter or Team Bible.
Yeah.
And there's a very clear divide.
Yes.
There are people who love the first half of the podcast, and then there are
they-
people who fast forward to the second.
Yeah.
That's funny.
And Grant, our other editor, has decided to put in the show notes where they can pick up the actual conversation
Yeah.
about the Bible.
Hey,
So you don't even have to listen to
Efficient.
this.
If you don't
Yeah.
care about Catholic nuns and swimming, you can
Yeah.
just fast forward.
at the same time.
And Zumba. Don't forget Zumba.
Oh, I can't.
And junior
I
life
can't.
saving.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
So if it's now Bible time,
It's Bible time now.
22 minutes in.
That'll help Grant get it right. 22 and
22 and
6
50,
seconds.
yeah.
Yes.
We had a really great gathering on Sunday.
Great.
did.
It was
It
glorious.
was a really,
Good.
really meaningful
yes.
gathering. I
Yes.
think for a lot of people. I actually got a text message from somebody yesterday.
Really?
Yeah, just saying how meaningful it was.
What part of that was it? Do you think it was the prayer time, the communal prayer time? Was it? I mean, I have my own thoughts on
Well,
why it was.
I don't
powerful
know
for me.
what it was specifically for her, but this is someone who's been really challenged with her health physically, and
Bummer.
and she said that she just felt really like this is a place where you can be broken. So that's what her words were to me, which is super meaningful because I think we all feel that way.
Yeah.
You know, we came in here pretty broken, all of us, and we've been broken since we've been here.
Yes, many
So,
times.
Yeah. So,
Yep.
it's good.
Yeah.
But it was just a beautiful. I mean, the message was really good. The music was really good. The prayer time
Yeah.
was really good, and it just
Yeah.
seemed
Leave it-
like a
Yeah. Leave it to Mike to connect Genesis 1 to Christmas.
right.
Yes. And do it in a way that you go, oh, that actually makes sense.
Yeah.
Yeah. It was a bringing together of the ideas of
Yeah.
in the beginning. When he said that, I was like, oh no.
We're gonna be here all day.
I did not pack a lunch. What is the story here? But I told him this on Sunday in between the gatherings. I said, Mike, that was probably one of the best presentations of the gospel I've heard in years.
Yeah.
Why would you say? I heard you say that. Why would you say that?
Because I was trying to make him feel good about himself.
Who? Yeah. What about it? What about
did
it?
I sincerely mean that? Is
Yeah.
that what you're?
Yeah,
Yeah,
yeah.
I actually did sincerely mean it.
What about it? Like, what about that?
It was okay. So you have to unpack a little bit of how I heard the gospel growing up. And part of the way I heard the gospel growing up was, if you little sinner, you're going to hell. And every time I sinned, I realized I was going to hell. And the only answer to that question was Jesus to save me from hell. And so I prayed Jesus into my heart, 6 times a day.
Yeah.
Because I was a little heathen.
Yeah.
And I did things like, jump in a pool with my jeans on.
Yeah. Pants on.
Yeah. But there was a reminder on Sunday that it's the reconciliation of heaven and earth. It is not the rescue from hell that is the gospel. And as he unpacked that, he had a little diagram where there were 3 little earths, and I thought he did a really good job of just explaining that the story of the Bible is not about being rescued from hell. The story of the Bible is reconciling what was first created in Genesis 1 with what was broken in Genesis 3 by the work of Christ. So there's this reconciliation that takes place, and he kept bringing his hands together, and a reunion and a redoing, a reconciliation. There's a, I don't know.
Restoring and renewal.
There it is. Thank you.
Yeah.
Restoring and
Yep.
renewal. I knew there was a bunch of R's, and I thought that is probably the best way to explain the gospel. So
Yeah.
that's
It was really good. And he talked about, it was the third coming, the third in the series of Jesus coming.
right.
And so this was the last days coming of Jesus. And he said, when Jesus returns, he's bringing heaven with him,
Right.
which is so
Yes.
beautiful to imagine.
Right.
And he connected that being Christmas with hope.
Mm-hmm.
But I loved how he didn't spiritually bypass everyone with hope,
Right.
it was, he kind of really laid out beautifully what it means to have hope, particularly when you don't actually have any hope
Right.
with whatever it is that you're,
Facing.
yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. I think I like the other part of it was when he explained the tabernacle and the temple,
Yeah.
and how God was with them in those spaces. And he used the burning bush and different places where God,
Jacob,
Right.
tabernacle, Moses.
and we see heaven and earth together overlapping in those spaces.
Yeah.
And then Jesus comes, and he is the embodiment
Yeah.
of
Yeah.
heaven and earth overlapping, and a foretaste of
Yeah.
what it will be like. And yet, in the middle of all that, the moving of one individual person, bringing heaven with him wherever he went, it wasn't sustained wherever unless he was there.
Yeah.
And then that gives us a glimpse into heaven and earth meeting.
And he was talking, I wrote this down. Jesus people are expanding the heaven spaces on earth. So,
Right.
The idea that the images
Right.
you were giving of those 3 earths that you're talking about,
Mm-hmm.
that it all kind of made sense for the first time. Like that was in the Revelation series.
Right.
And then in the Genesis series. And then this weekend, it all kind of made sense
That's
to
where-
me.
That's
So you've got the first part was heaven and earth were one. Like that was
Right.
That
It
was
was
the
all
first part of the
together.
diagram.
Yep.
The second is where there's a split, and then you've got heaven above and earth below.
Right.
And then the renewal restoration was they're back together again.
Yeah.
And I loved that. Let's see what are my notes.
And we are
In the moments what you were just talking about, where Jacob wrestled, where the tabernacle was, where Moses would
burning bush.
even the
Cloud.
10 Commandments, all those moments were these
Yep.
random moments where heaven and earth again would kind of
Right.
meet up, but then they'd go back to what they were doing. So then
Right.
Jesus became that.
Right.
And then we are now the
Yeah.
carriers of that.
Right.
That being the good news,
Yeah.
that's crazy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's like so exciting.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
It was so exciting for me.
Yeah,
I
when the
loved
Holy
that.
Spirit comes, you get a taste of it too. When the Holy Spirit in Pentecost and Book of Acts, when he descends upon everybody, and you get a sense of heaven meeting earth there as well. But I think the whole thing is fascinating.
Yeah, I prayed with a few people. So we prayed with people
I did too. Yeah.
this weekend.
Didn't know I wasn't supposed to.
Oh gosh, there's so many things to say. One, Kev.
Yeah.
I was on a walk this morning with a dude, and we were talking about this weekend, and we were talking about how you and Lori went and prayed for just different people
Yeah.
within. So Mike had different people stand up. If you need hope, and what we loved is that not everybody in the whole room just stood up like, oh, well, I guess I'm supposed to stand up.
Right.
It's like half the room-ish.
Yeah.
And everybody else was given the gift of, in a sense, what do you say? Expanding heaven spaces
Yeah.
in that room, you know?
Right. Yeah.
And the fact that I just, for us in this room, like
Yeah.
we each knew so many people.
Yeah.
For the first time, I feel like I know so many people. Kevin, you and Lori went to all these different people and just started praying for people and with
Yeah.
people.
Yeah.
It's like, oh, I think we're starting to get to know each other and have enough relational
Where we can do that.
equity when it's like, oh, I kind of know your story. I know your story. And let's just get to pray together.
Yeah.
That was really beautiful. That was really encouraging.
Yeah.
That's really cool.
Yeah. And I feel like the table has done a lot of that. And then our community is just becoming beautiful.
Right.
I love it. That's why I tell people all the time. I see people at whatever on the street or like at games, and I'm like, this is my favorite version of Journey Church by miles.
Yeah.
And I think that's part of it. Like even this weekend culminated that, even in watching you guys walk around and me getting to pray with a guy.
Yeah.
Like, oh, I know so many stories in this room.
Yeah.
And they know mine.
Yeah.
And it was cool.
Yeah. It was a good morning
That's awesome.
It was.
for a Christmas gathering. Yeah.
What
And-
was it like for you, Bets?
Oh man, that's a loaded question, Suze.
Mm.
It was good. It was good. Aaron, my husband, is in town, so we got to sit together and
He travels with a band, in case you're wondering why
Yes.
that's a big deal.
yeah, he's gone a lot of the time. But it was sweet. We've been going through just a really hard season on both sides of our family, and it was nice. Like we both stood when Mike, you know, had offered like, if you need hope, stand up, and it was like empowering, you know, to feel like you're in a room of people who will truly like see that and then respect that and love you. Is really cool.
Yeah.
So yeah, it was good. It was nice.
Yeah.
It was a
Good.
good weekend.
What are we doing next weekend?
Christmas Eve.
Well, you're going to New York.
Yeah.
Yeah, bye. For those of you watching, did you see that smile
Yeah,
on Kevin's
yeah, yeah,
face?
yeah.
I just
Yeah.
I just
I get
want
to
to
go
point
see my
that out.
But
daughter
you
and
are going to set
granddaughter.
up the chairs first,
I am.
which is
The chairs will
really
be ready to
important.
roll.
Yeah.
Yes, it'll be glorious.
Yeah. We're
Yeah.
having Christmas Eve.
At
4 and 5:30.
very good. There it is. No one gets that right. But you
I
guys
literally
just did.
asked my husband last night, what time are the Christmas Eve services?
And we're gonna have fun that
and
night.
5:30.
It's gonna be
It's going to be fun.
it is gonna be a good family
Mm-hmm.
experience.
Celebration.
Right, Tim?
Yeah. I just had one more thing to say that was
Oh.
actually
Oh.
serious. But
I'm
if you
sorry.
guys
Oh, yeah,
want
no,
to keep
yeah,
joking
yeah,
around
no,
and being
no.
Yeah.
silly,
You want to have one more
Grant, can you make a place, a timestamp here, Tim getting serious again, having to bring it back to heart?
thing? Yes. I'm sorry.
So typical.
It's just like every time. It's like every time with you guys.
Every time.
Yeah.
We live in that space.
Another learning for me this weekend.
Oh.
And then we can get back to your
No.
shenanigans, ridiculousness.
Not that you ever.
Was when I prayed for my friend or with my friend
Mm-hmm.
this weekend.
Yeah.
I was given 2 new words to pray. Just through the message, I was given 2 new words to pray in the midst of hope. I mean, it's probably really simple and things that I've prayed a million times. It just seemed a little more practical this weekend to pray in the midst of like a Betsy that's gone through a really, I'll say it without my French, a crappy year.
Yeah.
And
Hellish.
you've had a terrible,
Yeah.
terrible go.
Yeah.
And the 2 words of restore and renewal.
Yeah.
So restoration is bringing it back to its original condition.
Mm.
And then renewal of things is new beginnings. and like praying both of those words over this guy this weekend,
Mm-hmm.
it was like really restoring for
Yeah.
me, even
Yeah.
thinking about that in my own life, but getting to like pray blessing
Yeah.
over this person,
Yeah.
of what God is actually still doing
And knowing his story.
and knowing his story.
Yeah.
But those were like really two great words
Mm-hmm.
that
Mhm.
I will take with me as I pray with other people. Just thinking that way, because sometimes these prayers in these moments become so cliche and gross
Yeah.
and
Yeah.
stupid and redundant, and you're like, what are we even saying right now?
Right.
Like we're telling God things, like he needs to know more things.
Right.
Like really?
Yeah.
But what are we agreeing with him and joining him in?
Yeah.
And I'm always trying to figure that out with prayer. Like, how do we talk like humans?
Yeah.
And how do we join him in what he's doing in prayer versus just
Right.
whatever, however we've always done it?
Right.
And those two words were really helpful for me to think these are things he's already doing.
Yeah.
And I get to pray alongside of him with things he's already doing with these two words, with restoration for somebody
And renewal.
and renewal.
Mhm.
That was really profound for me too.
Yeah. That's really good.
Those are good words.
Yeah. Yeah. It just became really practical.
Well,
This weekend became really practical.
Without them, there's no hope. Without those words, without the understanding of what those mean, then we just hope and hope.
Yeah, right. That if that stuff's happening,
Mm-hmm.
and that is the bigger story versus just
Yeah.
little baby Jesus coming,
Right.
and we're like, oh, thanks for coming and
Yeah.
saving our sins, like that is just such a small,
Yeah.
weak a story.
Right.
I mean,
That-
it's a good part of the story, but
But it's
not
just
the
so
whole
small
story.
and weak.
Yeah.
Like compared to the whole thing, like
Yeah.
Weak
if
A.
that's all weekend, it's like weak apple. Weak apple. It's like a weak apple. Have you ever tasted a weak apple before?
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, that's back to Genesis.
Red
3.
delicious.
Back to- yeah.
So good.
Anyways,
Very
I
nice.
just anytime the story gets bigger for me, I get
Right.
I go, yes, this is what I'm in for. If it's just baby Jesus doing the little things, I don't know. I don't know if I want to base my whole life I've based my life on that and it didn't really work.
Right.
And so when I see bigger things, I'm like,
Yeah.
this is the bigger story that gets me really excited.
And the story we get to participate in. It's
Right.
It's
Yeah.
not just a story that is about someone else or about an historic event. The renewal allows us to step into, I get to participate in
Yeah.
this in some form or fashion. And it is our renewal. It is, and also we get to bring heaven where we go or not.
Yes. Expanding the heaven spaces
Yeah.
at the mall,
Right.
expanding heaven spaces as a community
Yeah.
in anywhere we go. I mean,
Right.
that's just, come on. That's beautiful.
Right. And that's, I think, the essence of the gospel.
Yeah. So, anyways, back to your shenanigans nonsense. All I do is bring the swishes and the heart pieces and the genius. But continue.
Wow.
Yeah.
Wow. I don't
So
even know how to
humble.
Yeah,
what
yeah.
I
to
don't
do
even.
with that.
I feel
now.
like we should just end right
Totally. Hey, I will
Okay.
send a picture of me with my
I just
my
want to
swimming
know.
Your goggles?
Not
Yeah.
Are those an actual thing for people who are swimming like
Oh, we're back to swimming.
exercise?
Okay.
It's
Because
so-
I'm not wearing
Full
that.
circle.
my
how
thing,
we
my
get
my
Okay.
snorkel
Then I have a
has-
question.
has two air
leave them.
holes.
I've never
Two spouts. I was like two spouts. Back to Zumba.
Thanks, Tim.
All right, everybody,
before
Merry
we
Christmas.
Have a Merry Christmas. But before we end, one survey of the people in the room, and you're included. Our Edwin is included in this. What is your favorite Village People song?
Oh my gosh. I don't know if I could have guessed what you were going to say
Yeah,
within
Come on.
459
We're just talking about
guesses.
swimming.
Nope, I'm not doing it.
Yep.
Do you
Merry
have a favorite?
Christmas to all, and to all a good night.
Is it Rec Center?
Oh,
Rec
I think
Center?
it is Rec Center.
Rec Center.
We're out.